Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, June 30th. A couple of frontal systems will keep things unsettled here in the Mid-Atlantic region for the next couple of days. First, a warm front will push through the region today. That will renew the threat for showers and thunderstorms in the I-95 corridor. Some of the storms that form this afternoon can be on the strong side. That threat will continue into the early part of tonight. And then later Wednesday, a cool front will slide through the region. That too can be associated with some shower and thunderstorm activity. That frontal system will tend to set up shop just south of the I-95 corridor, kind of stalling out nearby, and that'll keep things somewhat unsettled on Thursday and Friday, especially south of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. So there still will continue to be a threat for showers and thunderstorms, especially in the southern sections of the Mid-Atlantic region later this week. And Saturday, Independence Day, looks pretty decent at this time. You cannot completely rule out the chance for a shower or a thunderstorm. Well, let's start off by taking a look at the current surface map. Excuse me. First of all, there is a warm frontal system right now cutting across Pennsylvania. That will continue to push slowly to the north today. And then this cool frontal system out of the Ohio Valley will slide slowly to the east later on tonight into tomorrow. This has already set off some shower and thunderstorm activity up across the central part of Pennsylvania, and certainly there can be a shower or thunderstorm, but just about any time from midday through the afternoon hours in the I-95 corridor. This cool front will slowly push its way to the east tonight and on Wednesday, and that too can bring a few scattered showers and thunderstorms to the I-95 corridor. Well, here's a current radar loop from NOAA's website, and it shows some showers and thunderstorms across central Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania. For the most part, it looks like this first batch will stay to the west and north of the I-95 corridor. Here they are right now across central Pennsylvania, headed towards the Poconos and into upper New York State. But again, New York City, Philadelphia, down to D.C. probably will avoid any of this activity. There may be more forming later on during the midday and early afternoon hours, and we'll again look to the west for some possible afternoon and early evening shower and thunderstorm activity here in the immediate I-95 corridor. Well, let's take a look at a few forecast maps from last night's 0Z GFS model run for this afternoon into tomorrow night. We'll look at 6-hour increments. All of these maps come from tropicaltidbits.com, and we'll first follow the progression of the warm front on today, on Tuesday, and then the cool front on Wednesday. First of all, for early this afternoon, some showers and embedded thunderstorms depicted here by the GFS model. The precipitation on these particular forecast maps are showing up in green. Any heavy rain will show up in dark green. Really nothing too heavy in terms of the prediction for the early afternoon hours. Let's now jump ahead 6 hours. And here's the forecast map for early this evening, about 8 o'clock tonight. Again, green all over Pennsylvania, into the northern part of Maryland, Virginia. Not too much going on across the coastal section of New Jersey. Again, this will not be a widespread heavy rain event, but it certainly can be a shower or a thunderstorm at just about any time from midday through the afternoon into the early evening hours as this warm front pushes northward. There can be a few strong thunderstorms that do form later on this afternoon. We'll, of course, monitor that here at VencoreWeather.com. Here's the forecast map for late tonight after midnight, about 2 o'clock in the morning. Still a scattering of some precipitation here depicted by the GFS model. Be a tendency for a better chance of a shower or thunderstorm during the evening hours, but even into the midnight or shortly after midnight, there can be an isolated shower around the I-95 corridor. Well, now we're looking at tomorrow morning, about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and at this time we'll start focusing on the cool frontal system, and by this time tomorrow morning, cool front kind of cutting across the Ohio Valley. It's a rather weak front. Still some lingering shower activity possible in the overnight hours into the early part of tomorrow, and then again we'll start looking towards the north and west at this approaching cool front. Let's now jump ahead another 6 hours. And here we go. By early tomorrow afternoon, that cool frontal system cuts across the Ohio Valley into the Mid-Atlantic region, right here into the I-95 corridor, and now the GFS is putting out a little bit of precipitation here. Again, nothing too heavy, no widespread heavy rain event is expected today with the warm front or tomorrow with the cool frontal system. Can be a shower or thunderstorm just about any time this afternoon into the nighttime hours, and then again later in the day on Wednesday. But again, no widespread heavy rain event. Finally, this is the forecast map for early tomorrow night, Wednesday night about 8 o'clock. That frontal system cuts right over the I-95 corridor towards the coast, and then it'll tend to stall out just to the south and east of the immediate I-95 corridor, and that will keep things somewhat unsettled on Thursday and Friday, especially south of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, where there can be still some scattered showers and thunderstorms. And right now, Independence Day Saturday is looking pretty decent. Partly sunny skies, warm conditions, and the chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Certainly cannot rule that out at this time, but all in all, a pretty decent holiday shaping up for Saturday, Independence Day, the 4th of July. Well, that's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.